each soul, before we choose to incarnate, we make a plan with the creator of what it is that we come here to do and experience. I want to let you know that each soul is perfect, whole, and complete. There is no judgment. There is no karma. Is just a lesson and an opportunity to learn new things. And all of our experiences, all the experiences of each soul that incarnates, the information goes back into the Akashic record so that another soul that comes in can utilize that information. So one thing we have to understand is that Earth is a school that in which the souls can grow, learn, and evolve, right? You are already perfect, whole, and complete. You are not sent here to be punished or to be any of those things, right? So you make your plan before you come here. You make a personal plan of what it is that you want to experience, to have an awareness of growth within your own soul's development, to understand what it means to be God, to be the creator, right? And so you and you also have a collective mission. So you agree to become part of a bigger agenda. So the bigger agenda that we've all agreed to come into right now is this ascension. And an ascension means moving from one level of frequency to another, one level of consciousness to another, one realm of experience to another. So when we choose the things that we're going through, even if we choose abuse and things like that, what we're doing is we're really ultimately learning about love through the lack of love, or through the illusion of not having love, right? Because in this realm, at its current state, it's been governed by duality. So it's a realm in which that we can explore opposites. But really, as we move into this next realm, we're moving into the realm of polarity, oneness. So understanding that there is good and bad, not good or bad, and all of those things help you on your experience. So we choose these things before we come here, and we choose the people to support us in learning those lessons. So let's say, for example, your lesson is to learn unconditional love. You may have chosen to be to grow up in a home where you're abandoned, where you are put into positions where you are neglected or things like that, because what will happen through those experiences is you will learn the true power of love through the absence of love, for the illusion of the absence of love. And so when we go through traumatic experiences, what we're actually doing is we are learning through them. And as we learn through them and we clear through them and we ascend through them, we're ultimately erasing it from the collective conscious as an experience that we need to have. So as we're moving into this next stage of reality, which is 5D, 6D, 4D, 5D, and 6D, there's going to be no need for us to have certain experiences around sexual abuse and things like that. We've cleared it, and it's to do with the lower self. We are moving into the heart chakra. So in order to move into the heart chakra, we have to master the lower self. Why do we need to master the lower self? We come into this realm perfect, whole, and complete, but we go through a process of amnesia that allows us to basically live out the lessons or live out the story that we'd already predestined before we come here. Now, our innocence is what we're born into. So we have that divine knowing, that divine childlike innocence. We are a child of the Creator. But whilst we are here, we go through these lessons in our life, these traumatic experiences, especially in childhood. And what happens is our innocence becomes our lower self. Okay? So the ego now starts to develop. Where you had this pure joy and this effervescent nature for life, now you've got rules and restrictions, and you're having to now basically learn or create the experiences that are going to give you the teachings in your later levels of life. So this is why it's important to understand the stages that we go through, because we have to return to innocence. We have to master the lower self. When you look at the lower three chakras, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus, they all connect to the attributes of the lower self, our survival instincts, our creativity, and our power. The 3D world is always testing us on survival, creativity, and power.